Let's turn now to the forecast and talk about this weather. We're seeing cold temperatures moving in and some precipitation to go right along with it. We're getting used to this around here, Brad.
Yeah, a very winter-like scene in many locations as we're starting to see light snowfall. Keeping a close eye on a lot of our cameras out there. The snow starts really light. I went outside and I could see maybe 1 or 2 flakes in a couple seconds, and then it just slowly picks up over time as we start to saturate the lowest levels of the atmosphere. Now, temperatures, this is a big part of the impact of the system. It's not going to be a huge snow amount, but the little bit of snow combined with very cold temperatures, cold road temperatures, surface temperatures, we don't normally have that. We usually have sunshine or warm temperatures the day before. We didn't have that in this setup. So this light snow is beginning to expand over time. The heavier band is right here moving into Union County, areas of Lancaster County. All these areas reporting light to moderate snow. We're getting a lot of snow reports now in central and northern Mecklenburg County, back into Gaston and York County. Just stepped outside here. We had light snow falling. And again, in a lot of areas, you see snow on the radar and you say, it's not snowing, Brad. Well, it's snowing above our heads and it's evaporating on the way down. Even though it's not reaching the ground, it's setting the stage for snow eventually to reach the ground because more moisture is increasing from the south. So as we get later into the evening, that snow that's evaporating is actually going to help it accumulate later. And what's going on is something we call a Cedar feeder mechanism. And what is that? Well, those high clouds where it's snowing on the radar but not reaching the ground, they fall into these low-level clouds where there's more moisture. That helps feed these clouds and produces snow. So you probably heard of cloud seeding for rain or drought. Well, Mother Nature does it better than humans could ever imagine. That snow falling from the high-level clouds into these low-level clouds seeds them and allows them to produce bursts of heavy snow. And as that accumulates over time, we start to see the snow pick up. And so that's what's happening out there with a lot of this snow on the radar. Now, you go through the evening hours, that snow will pick up, especially later this evening. And roads, to me, are going to be the biggest issue just because of the cold surface temperature. I've seen numerous cases where 1 inch of snow on a cold road surface can really get slick very quickly. And that's what we expect by 8, 9, 10 o'clock as the snow picks up. Definitely heavier the further east you go. This is the reverse of the I-85 situation we normally have where you go north and west and there's more snow. Not this go around. Everybody south and east who complains about not seeing snow, this is your chance. This is going to be the best chance in a long time in those locations. In some locations, 4 or 5 years that we've seen some accumulating snows, but eventually it moves out after midnight, 2 a.m. Temperatures stay below freezing, so it could be a slow go tomorrow morning until the temperature gets back into the 30s. You can see where the biggest impacts are the further south and east you go, but even in the Charlotte area, the impacts on the roads could be quite significant overnight and early tomorrow. That's why we're telling you probably a good idea. Just stay in tonight. By tomorrow afternoon, things will improve and we should have better weather, but it's going to be cold for everybody. Don't expect temperatures to warm up, not only this weekend, but looking long range, not a lot of signs of warmer temperatures. So the overnight lows, even after the snow moves out, we're going to fall into the upper teens. But that long range pattern, we see another big dip in the jet stream next weekend and maybe a strong storm right there next Friday, Saturday. And look at that dip. That dip in the jet stream is going to keep temperatures very cold, at least for the next week, week and a half. This weekend, it's cold, but it's dry. Tonight's the worst weather of the entire weekend. If you can make it through the next 6 hours, it will get better. We'll have some rain on Tuesday, but check out the 10-day forecast. It gets cold the end of next week. We got Winterfest up in the North Carolina mountains. We might have Winterfest for all of the Carolinas because it looks like potentially another storm we're going to have to keep an eye on. Kind of way out there, Fred, but the potential is there, at least the pattern recognition that we could see more wintry weather for parts of the state.
There we go again. All right, Brad, thank you. Well, WCNC Charlotte is making sure you are ready and safe during this winter weather. Scan this QR code to check out our how-to guide for winter weather preparedness.
And of course, stick around.